Yeah, whatever. It's time to die. Even if you had to wait here 1,000 years for it. All this time you waited to fight for this place. Hope it was worth it.
With Outriders, it's all about bonus everything. Bonus firepower, bonus anomaly power, bonuses, percentages, more bonuses, just more and more of everything. And I've been getting some questions about my Techmonger build and how come my turrets can hit like absolute units. Today, I'm going to show you why they kick it into overdrive, and I don't want you to instantly turn this guide off just because it is techno and turrets, because this secret sauce will work for any Anomaly Power builds in the game. And ever since Worldslayer went live, the game has made a shift to promote this style of build. What's going on, everybody? It's LtBuzzLitebeer, and with Worldslayer, some of the key components of this setup got sizable buffs, and if you set it all up the way I show you, I guarantee you immediate AP gains on your builds. Another huge thanks to all of you who are subbing to the channel. We are less than 9,000 subs away from 100,000, and it's all thanks to your support. In case you haven't yet hit that sub button, please do so. And don't forget to ring the notifications bell to receive all my latest upload alerts. I know you're going to like this one, so let's dive right in. So for this to all work, you will need 4 key components, and without one of these, yeah, it's still going to work, but it's not going to be nearly as effective. So here they all are. First, you want a weapon that features, at the minimum, armor pierce as the primary attribute. Now, this is one of the pillars of this build, so it really doesn't matter what kind of weapon you equip, just as long as it has armor pierce. I personally prefer pistol sidearms, but I really want an SMG, for those super fast reloads. Any kind of weapon's going to work. Now, since AP builds are built to stack up status power, if your armor pierce weapon has that as well, consider it a huge plus. Now, the second part of this setup is a little old tier 1 mod that looks entirely harmless until you see what it can do. First Things First reads, the first shot after every reload hits with armor piercing increased by 50%, and by the way, it's on a 3-second cooldown. And this mod does not have a tier 2 or tier 3 equivalent. Now, this mod got buffed from New Horizon to Worldslayer, as it used to be a 30% bonus and has now been increased up to a 50% armor pierce bonus. But here's the thing, how this mod reads and how it functions are entirely different. Now, one would assume you need to hit that first shot for that plus 50% armor pierce, and then you would constantly need to fire a few more, reload, fire, reload to get that armor pierce bonus back. But that's simply not true. All you need to do is fire a few shots. I usually hit 5 or 6, but you can fire less and then reload. Now, once you reload, that plus 50% armor pierce bonus stays procced until you fire this weapon again or you switch to another weapon. So ideally, what you want for an AP build is something like what you see here on my pistols. First Things First, Mage's Rage, which by the way should be on every one of your weapons if you were maining an AP build, and then unfortunately for me, in the APOC mod slot, I've got Toxic Bullets. Not my first choice. So, I use my pistols, hit 4 crits as quickly as possible to stack the plus 4 stacks of 10% Anomaly Power for Mage's Rage, reload, and then I've got the Mage's Rage AP bonuses, plus that 50% armor pierce bonus for First Things First, and it stays procced, like I said, until I fire the weapon again to reproc Mage's Rage, or if I were to switch weapons. The third of the 4 pillars of this setup is the Tier 2 gear mod, No Resistance Against the Fortified. And like First Things First, this mod got buffed for Worldslayer. Now, pre-DLC, it used to be a 50% bonus, but now it has been raised all the way up to 100%. So, in our ATF, takes all your stacked up armor pierce, that's from your weapon attributes, the 50% First Things First bonus, plus any armor pierce from your skill tree and ascension points, and it converts 100% of that figure over to resistance piercing. Now, this mod is essential to make this entire operation run at max efficiency, so you have to fit it into your build, and I'll explain and show you how it all functions after I show you this final step. The fourth and final part of this setup is the Tier 3 mod Unstoppable Force. Now this mod takes all your resistance pierce percentages and it converts 50% of that over to bonus anomaly power. So once this is all set up and working, we will be picking up large amounts of armor pierce, which our weapons don't hit that hard and it's not really what we're going for, but the higher this number, the less an enemy's armor will mitigate our sheer weapon damage. The second stat we will increase is our resistance pierce, and this is how much of our ability damage will pierce a target's resistances and apply damage. Bosses, alphas, broodmothers, they all instantly throw up a resistance barrier, and this stat helps us break through all that and hit with max force when using our abilities. Now the final buff will be to our base anomaly power, because the conversion of armor pierce through in our ATF to resistance pierce and then through unstoppable force to anomaly power will boost up that stat as well. So I know it sounds a bit overwhelming with all the text and math, but watch how it works. At rest, my techmonger is at a base of 1 million anomaly power through my gear, skill tree, and ascension points. Now the second I switch over to my pistols, which have armor pierce on them as the attribute, my anomaly power now jumps up by 100,000, up to a total of 1.1 million, and I haven't even fired a shot. Once I fire a few shots with the weapon equipped with first things first and then reload, now look at my anomaly power. It has gone up from 1.1 million with the weapon equipped to now 1.3 million. And for another angle, let's look at my character stats before, during, and after so you can see how it all works behind the scenes. Holding my assault rifle without armor pierce, I have 10% armor pierce through my ascension points and 35% resistance pierce. So that's 15% from a node in my class tree, 10% armor pierce from the ascension points that through in our ATF is converted to resistance pierce, and then the final 10% is from resistance pierce points also in my ascension points. Now you can also see my anomaly power sitting at 1 million. Now once I switch to my sidearm with armor pierce as the attribute, my armor pierce percentage jumps from 10% to 40% because of the plus 30% on the weapon attribute itself. My resistance pierce has also jumped up by 30 percentage points from 35% to 65% because of the NRATF mod. Also, take a look at my anomaly power, as it has gone up by 100k, up now to 1.1 million. Now once I have fired a few shots and reloaded, proccing first things first, my armor pierce has jumped from 40% up to 90% because of that plus 50% buff from the first things first mod. Resistance pierce has also risen from 65% up to 115% because all that armor pierce has now passed through the NRATF mod and has been converted to resistance pierce on a 1-to-1 value. Finally, look at my base anomaly power, as it has now gone up by another 200,000, now up to 1.3 million, and keep in mind I haven't fired a shot yet to stack up Mage's Rage for the extra anomaly power, and none of this has been translated over to my anomaly skills. It is through this 4-step process: armor pierce on the weapon, first things first mod with the reload technique, no resistance against the fortified, and finally over to unstoppable force, that equals the answer to how my turrets and skills can hit like a tank. Now I highly recommend you mod your armor pierce weapon with Mage's Rage, and remember that it procs through crit shots and is on a 15-second cooldown. Now like I said in the intro, this will work for any anomaly based skills as long as you're not going to switch away from the armor pierce weapon. So for you pyro mains who want to hit even harder, try this out and see the results. All you dev mains who want to take your melee abilities into overdrive, this is for you. And yes, it will also work for trickster mains looking to lay the smackdown with your anomaly abilities. As always, I look forward to your feedback, and if you should have any questions at all about this setup, please leave them in the comment section below, and I'll do my best to answer them. Remember to smash that sub button and ring the bell to stay up to date on all my latest Outriders uploads. If you could take a few seconds more to rate and or share this video, it would be greatly appreciated. Remember, you can find and follow me on Twitch, as I am a partnered streamer. Of course, you can find me on Twitter, and also over on my community Discord server, which, by the way, has one of the most active and vibrant Outriders communities available, now approaching 4,500 strong. Links to all my socials, including an open invite link to our Outriders Discord, are available in the video description and, of course, in the pinned comments below. Until the next one, this is LtBuzzLitebeer, signing off.